What's going on? Move the mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Springdale, with our Let's Play Season 4, Episode number 12, and we are just about 80,000 right now. So I was going to try and get to 75 offline, let it play on 3 times speed, and it just kind of kept building until we had these rather large needs for both residential and industrial, and as you can see, commercials climbing back up too. So I wanted to, hopefully this episode, get to 90,000, or at least set the table for that, because that's when we will unlock finally everything, including International Airport and monuments. We've got a ton of space we can fill in here, and this is just the 6 tiles. If I bring this up, have not decided. I think I'm going to go with these 3. I definitely want this one because it connects nicely with this area over here, and it's got a lot of beachfront property. I think it would kind of make sense to go this way. Over here is a little hilly, and obviously this tile is kind of totally useless. We could also go this way, but I think I've got there's at least a natural barrier on the highway here. There's some mountains and water down the left side. So I think these 3 make the most sense. This one definitely. Maybe we go south from over here, but this looks nice too, because again, I've got that hard line right on the edge of the map. And I would like to kind of expand that. I was thinking about something we could do with this pocket over here. Oh, and I should say, I was trying to kind of cheat the system and get some of these office buildings to level up a little faster. And I just spammed in a bunch of hospitals. Real hospitals, fire, police, parks. Real cheap way to do it, but we'll go ahead and let's clean that up, because we definitely don't need all this stuff. In fact, you know what I could do? I could move these, because we probably do need some coverage elsewhere. But that was getting the office buildings to grow real fast. As you can see, again, I spammed a bunch of stuff in the park here. This is not staying. But it won't, the buildings won't downgrade, they just won't upgrade as fast. But we've got a bunch of tall office buildings now. And really, this was kind of the more important part, was getting the height around Central Park. If it's a little low on the other side, and it starts to dip down, that's totally fine. That's not going to hurt anybody. I'll clean that up kind of as we go. But I did want to get those objects out of Central Park. We'll end up moving the Bird Bee Haven, the monument, some of that stuff as we do some cleanup. But let's get some zoning going, because that's what's really important in this episode. But let's see what we can do here. I kind of want to change things up and get off this grid. Maybe this would be a good space right here for a kind of a triangle park. And we can get on... Whoa! Chimes in the background there. Thank you for whoever just subscribed, but let me turn my my PC speakers down. Let me see here. So, where do we go from here? If I didn't say, I think I started to say, and you know me, I get distracted. I was actually thinking this would be a really cool pocket for a zoo. We can kind of have some hills and not have to zone buildings there. Have a massive park area, or theme park maybe even over here. Might be kind of cool. Got highway exits on either side, so it should be easy enough to access. Then again, we could do something like a theme park in this area. Might be kind of cool. There's lots of options, but what we need right now is zoning. So let's see where we can cram some of that in. And I think I want to kind of get away from the grid over here. It was starting to break up over here. We could move these uniques for now and figure out how we want to grid off over here. Let's do that. We'll just throw these on this strip for now. Bear with me, this will just take 1 second. Little time lapse. Okay, now that we get all that stuff out of there, we can kind of carry some of these lines up through, but not necessarily all of them. They might intersect in some kind of weird ways. Plus, we'd like to minimize intersections up there. So I'm thinking like every 3 streets, it looks like. Let's do that, and then maybe we can carry these up. Maybe we'll go cross streets here. Just to really kind of break things up a bit. Still keeping the principles of the grid, but avoiding a lot of intersections with that main strip. Do that. Get kind of weird with it. That should be good. It's a little wacky over here, but if you look at kind of the outskirts of a city like New York, as you get into the Bronx and Queens, it definitely gets a lot looser over there. But we can just have some fun with it. It doesn't have to be too precise. The real grid structure's down here in the downtown area, and we can start to get a little funky with it. Let's do residential over here since we've already got a residential pocket. And let's see, we had little office buildings kind of along the main strip. And I think we'll continue with that since we've got the need for it. And then we'll do the rest of this all in residential. This should be, and let's just double check our districts. Yeah, so that'll all be European style. That fills in there. That'll be good. Break things up a bit. This episode's going to be uploaded on Friday. We've been doing the creative streams on Thursdays. Another live stream this Sunday. But just to kind of keep everybody in the loop, next weekend is PAX East in Boston. And I'm going Saturday and Sunday. So I am not 100% if the live stream's going to happen Sunday night. If it is, I'm going to be absolutely exhausted and may just want to talk more about PAX than the actual build. But keep an eye on the Discord, and I'll let everybody know there what kind of the plan is. But yeah, next weekend gonna be kind of tough. Got one little pocket of office over here. That's never gonna zone. Let's fix that. Let's make that residential. We got room for things like footpaths through here. Do a little park in the center somewhere. I don't know how that didn't get zoned, but let's take care of that. So that meets our residential demand for right now. Office should be okay. We've got these blocks over here. We've got to start trying to figure out a way to get all the uniques in. Let's actually see, what do we have for uniques? We're getting there. So we've done all the level 1 stuff, all the level 2. Level 3 is good. Level 4 is good. And level 5, that drop all? I left a couple out. So Modern Art Museum. These are not watered down here. We're going to figure out, again, I want to get the budget out, right? I want to spend all the money I'm going to spend. I guess I'm going to spend money to move this stuff. But we'll try and just move them one more time. Because it does cost a bit of money to move them multiple times, unfortunately. So let's see. So that is all of our uniques are on the map, with the exception of the few scenario-based buildings. 2 scenario-based buildings I've got to do to unlock that last monument, unfortunately. So at some point I will do that. I definitely got to get on that. Unfortunately, since I'm playing on both PC and Xbox, I kind of have to do them twice, which stinks, but hopefully they will be easier the second time around. Even though we've had death waves in the city, I've had aggressive coverage, if you will, with way too many cemeteries and crematoriums, and I really haven't had the icons kind of popping up everywhere. We go into statistics, population steadily on the rise. We just came off a death wave, and honestly, I didn't see any skull icons popping up. I mean, 1 or 2 here or there, but nothing too bad. And it's just because I had way too much cemetery coverage. So if you want to prevent the death waves, or not prevent the death waves, but prevent them from being a nuisance and filling up the screen with pop-ups, that's the way to go. So we've got a little curvy neighborhood over here. I think we need to buy this tile. We can kind of feather things off, kind of use the woods as a line up towards the river. We'll be able to build Maybe a little hilltop neighborhood or the observatory up there. And then we can kind of build off that way to some beachfront property. So I really think those are going to be the next tiles. Let's look at that one more time. Like I said, I can kind of use the highway as a barrier over here. We've got the mountain and water on the left-hand side, which is a natural barrier. We've still got a little room to expand up there if we wanted to on the other side, the west side or left side of that highway there. But these three, I think these three are going to be our tiles. And how can you ignore beachfront property, right? So let's do it. Let's go get a look. So yeah, we'll be able to build all the way up there. Kind of curve things up around that mountain. We'll come around and do something fun over here as well. We don't want that to be the edge of our map, so let's just do it. I'm going to commit this time. I'm not going to wait 26 episodes to buy the train tile, if you remember what happened in one of the last builds. So, office. Tons of office need. I think we've got good highway access right here, right? Coming onto this lane, this 6-lane road. I do have to go back and look at my intersections at some point. That'll be a maintenance thing offline. But we've got an exit here. We've got an exit off this other highway over here. So this could be a great kind of high density spot. We could do more office zoning over here. Maybe we'll kind of keep things loose and just feather things off over on this side of the highway. Again, maybe we do a cloverleaf here and do some sort of amusement park in here, or a zoo over here, or switch those around. There's a lot of ideas we could do. I can't wait for park life to hit, because basically I'm going to have this city pretty built out, and then we can throw in those last couple details and fill in some of that negative space that we've been saving. We also want to define, come to think of it, you know what might be good right here? International Airport. Nice, easy highway access. Kind of throw this noise bubble off the edge of the map. I think I just decided right there. Let's start painting some ideas. I can always change my mind after the fact. We'll go to the large brush. And this isn't a bad idea to do earlier on. What is the... Oh, you can... That's a nice little addition. I didn't know they added that to Xbox. So you can inspect the districts from right there. What you used to have to do was go to the inspector tool that way. So that's quicker. You're already in there doing the district, so why not go in there and rename it on the fly? It's nice they did that. So this is going to be International Airport. Did I not save it? Did I back out? I must have backed out. There we go. International Airport will go there. Zoo or amusement park? It's a little hilly for an amusement park. This is definitely going to be... Let me do this. I'll do this, okay? Let's paint this off as a district. And district inspection. And we'll do zoo or amusement park. And I will let you decide in the comments what we do with that space. So let me know what you think, zoo or amusement park. Cast your vote in the comments down below. And before the next episode... I shouldn't say before the next episode. We're going to have to wait for Park Life to come out. So once Park Life hits anyways, then we will know what we're doing with that space. But let me know in the comments so we can start to plan our concepts around. So we definitely want an international airport. We definitely want a zoo or an amusement park. And whatever we don't put here... And I mean, maybe it's a big enough space. Maybe we put them side by side. But if we don't put them both here, where do we put the other one? And then I wonder if I shouldn't just do what I did in the last build, which is keep both airports right next to one another. It doesn't really matter, and it keeps all the noise off to the side of the map. But the nice thing is you can move people around, and maybe we throw one up over here somewhere. You need a kind of a flat spot to do it, but this would be good zonable building space rather than committing it all to the airport. I think we'll do the airports over here next to one another again. Gigantic terminal for regular departures and international departures and arrivals. So that's a fun idea. 87,000, we're creeping up there. People moving in still. How can we get a couple more people in here? We could connect some of this through to get a little bit more zoning in here. Let's do this. Get a couple more buildings in there. Let's see. We could have a little pocket up here. This is kind of leisure focused, right? We could carry this road across. I think we might have to move that high school to do it. Yeah, it looks like we do, right? Do we need another bridge here? Kind of wouldn't be bad. I don't know that they're that heavily trafficked. Some of them are. But the more routes we give people options for, the better. This I need to work on, because look at this. Look at that corner people have to take getting on the highway. I didn't even realize until I watched the edit back, but that is ideally not how you want people to get on the highway. You have to slow down way too much to take a greater than 90-degree turn to get on the highway. Not good job there. Not good city building. I just kind of connected it on the fly and didn't notice. We're close. We're very close. Let's see here. So we've got all this space tied up over here right now that we could be zoning. Let's see. Where can we move some of this stuff around to? Maybe we just move it out of here and then plop them all down after. Let's see how. I wonder how much money I wasted doing this. How much does it cost? 4,000 to relocate this. May not have been the best idea to pop all these into the map at once, but the expenditure is really. That's 27,000 to move that. That's crazy. Okay, so it was pretty expensive to do it this way, especially if you move it multiple times. I plopped them in the map. I'm moving them now to move them hopefully one more time and then be done with it. So let's see here. Another quick time lapse. I mean, sure, okay. That cost us a lot of money, but we've got a lot of money at this point. I mean, I shouldn't say that because the monuments absolutely bleed through your cash so quick. So where do we get some more side streets? I don't want to go up to the main. I want to keep things kind of moving up there. So let's come through here. You know what? No, we'll do once. We'll come through once. We need to fix our intersections because we don't need stoplights everywhere. Like I said, that's a maintenance thing for down the road. But we could definitely come through these middle blocks. Kind of about the halfway points. Something like that. You don't want to snap to that node? Okay. Let's do that. That'll give us, again, a little bit more zonable space. Let's see what we got over here. Residential pocket, commercial and office. Commercial and office, residential pocket. I think we need more residents in through here. Even though we don't have the demand for it right now. We don't want people having to travel all over the map to get to different places. I was going to do low density there. I don't want that. And this should be... This is on the outside of that district? It is. So this is another district. This will be default apartment buildings. We'll just commit this center block for now. Residents. We're getting close. 88,000. I haven't looked at my info views in a while, so I'm hoping there's not electricity and water pop-ups all over the map. Let's see. No, we're doing pretty good. Not too much of a problem. What's this one? Low land value. We'll get that sorted right away, don't you worry. Why is it low land value? Well, you know what increases land value? Parks. Parks do a fantastic job. Let's see. Where's like the little yoga garden? Where is that? Ooh, Japanese garden. Let's do a Japanese garden. Yeah, so that increases the land value, and we don't have anybody complaining about low land value over here. So, 2 birds, 1 stone. Little bit of a funny bend there. Maybe we just pretend we didn't see that for now, and we will go back. That's one of those fix it later kind of things. Let me know how crazy that drives you in the comments. Not that I'm a fan of it, but until we start walking around in great detail and visit that as the Springdale Doe on foot, let's pretend that it's not there. So we zoned this off, right? Didn't we? We did. We need more commercial and more office space. So I don't want to put... I mean, I guess it doesn't matter that much. We could do a... This is all commercial in there now. So let's tighten this up a little bit with some additional zoning. I'll leave this one open because that's going to be very close intersections. Again, I have to come back through here and do... We're not looking at traffic yet. Ignore the traffic because I am creating problems with the intersections and the lights, but we will come back and fix that. So we'll make this all a little commercial block. There we go. Excellent. So, ton of fun stuff we can do right now. International airport. Could drop the regular airport in. We got $2 million. Since one of the first pop-ups we saw, though, was a complaint about land value, it might be kind of nice to drop in Eden. Might be kind of nice. But let's see where we're at. Hold on. Let's pause. We've got $2 million in the bank. Info views. Electricity is in the yellow right now. I don't think I've been messing with my budget too much. That 100. We've got 12% taxes across the board. We do have a solar updraft tower, which is disabled. Let's see where this gets us to. If we turn that on, power-wise, let's play. Go back into power. It should give us a little bit of a buffer. So maybe we can wait on the fusion power plant. Maybe we can wait on that. Fusion power. Eden would be nice. Space elevator. Great for tourism. Let's see what our med coverage and school coverage is like. And I guess garbage too. So again, I spammed a bunch of needless hospitals and stuff down here. Just it's a quick, super quick, easy way to get buildings leveling up. I did drop some parks in between some of those buildings, but the more services you cover with them, the faster they update. So let's see. Sorry, bouncing some ideas around in my head. School, education, and healthcare. Let's look at that. And garbage. Education, healthcare, garbage. I will remember this time. Education-wise, we're hurting. We need more schools over here. Looks like everybody's very well covered over there. Covered over here, and I completely forgot to put schools in the Broad District. I apologize. So high school is pretty dry. So why don't we do this? We'll do an elementary and a high school over here. We've got a University South Campus. We've got the Triple University up there. So over here, let's fix that real quick. So we will drop in a old school elementary. Where can we put this? Throw it right in the middle of the district. Here, maybe? They'll let me? Let's do right there. Okay, we got an elementary school. Everybody there is happy. Let's throw a high school over here, maybe? Because that covers a little bit better. That should be okay. High school's okay. University coverage. We already have way too much on that. But if we drop in the collider, that will pretty much cover all the residential pockets we have right now. So healthcare. How are we doing for healthcare coverage? We got hospitals all down the park. Don't need those. We could probably use another one over here, because this one starts to get a little dry. It's that little pocket there. Let's move one of these that we don't need. So if we've got this, a clinic, a little clinic. We definitely don't need these two right next to one another. And let's move these out of what will eventually be our zoo. So we'll move that down this away. Where's the large avenue on the south is right here. Let's do that. Or no, let's do this, because I don't think we've zoned off to the south. We can hook this kind of up this way. I guess we have room. Kind of run it down the base of the mountain, give a way. I say mountain, it's a little hill. We can kind of give away for kind of a back avenue here to deliver and funnel some traffic that way. So healthcare coverage, we're pretty good. And then the last one was landfills. So what is our garbage processing like? Garbage processing actually is pretty good. So we've got recycling plants over here. A couple over there. I mean, it wouldn't be bad to maybe replace... How much is that? 750,000. We could replace these two down here. And potentially... Let's do that. Let's get rid of these two recycling plants. Let's drop in the ultimate recycling. Throw it right on the end of this block. That's pretty good. And that'll throw out 100 trucks. I think it covers a pretty large area. So processing wise, we do not have to worry about processing for quite a while. We've got the garbage collector over here in the water. We switch over to all eco water treatment. We did good, so we're not polluting the water. We could move the intake pumps, kind of spread them out over here. May not be bad, but I think I feel like you get less problems with the river drying up when you have this high flow. So like you can see the water's moving pretty fast through here. It does slow down a little bit on the coast. Like right there, it doesn't seem to be moving as fast. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but it kind of picks up speed when all this water is being funneled into that little area. We haven't had problems with the pumps drying up. It looks like they're doing okay. At this point, we could always do the trick of a canal and kind of pouring this water out right before it gets picked back up, because it's totally clean coming out of these, which is nice. But let's see here. Let's see. I mean, it's a pretty good spot today. I was hoping to get to 90,000 in this episode. There's a ton of tunes and tweaks, and that's kind of what we'll be doing going forward is... Let me see. Did we buy this last tile? Did we just do it? Did we do it this episode? Wow, that's not what I wanted. I wanted areas. So let's look at everything before we do this. So this would be kind of cool, right? There's that natural barrier. Have a little suburb over there. This is not bad, but I don't like this tile because you can't buy any of that highway. So we're coming in through the city no matter what. We could do a cloverleaf here or something like that, but I don't like this for highway access because unfortunately we can't hook in any kind of an off-ramp up there. That's the downside of that one. That's why I'm not thinking that way. If we go this way, I mean, yeah, that's pretty flat. But it also, it doesn't give you a good natural barrier. So like, why does your town just kind of die off over there? I kind of want to think about things that way. Again, not bad going to the north. I like all that, but again, we could kind of build in a little pocket over here, use this mountain even. So if we use that mountain as kind of a barrier, right? Maybe we don't build up there. Maybe we don't buy that tile. Have a little pocket over here, but then again, if everything's kind of in this square, kind of makes sense to have this one also. I think. I mean, we could buy... No, we can't. We only have one tile left. I'm thinking 81 tiles. So I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be this one. This one's pretty cool, though. Okay, so 2 questions for you in the comments. 1, do we do zoo or amusement park here? And again, we could do the other one, whichever one doesn't win here. Maybe I'll throw that out as a poll. So zoo or amusement park. And then, which tile do we buy? And I think it's between these two. Do we square off our city on the east? Or do we buy more coastline on the west? Because I think, again, we can kind of make this work because of that mounding. I don't know. I think it's going to be a really hard edge over here. This would be cool, but I think... I don't know. I think this is the better option. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. We don't have to do it all right now. We'll figure it out. We've got this strip of uniques that we need to drop in there. Can we get one more monument in before the end of the episode? Should we do that? Let's do that. Education is good. I don't want to do the space elevator until we have the airport in place. So we'll do that probably in the next episode. International airport, and space elevator. Let's save it. I'm sorry. I get so distracted. I want to do lots of different things. Let's call it quits because I have just about enough money for that, not to mention what we'll need for the airport and international airport, which is not cheap if I remember. So 150,000 and 250,000. So we're going to need to make some money before we can drop all that in, but that'll be easy on the next episode. 92,000 population. Things are moving along. We've got a nice spot for our central park. Still have to clear a couple objects out of it. That's no big deal. Maybe I'll do a little bonus episode tomorrow, but if not, we'll kind of pick up where things left off here on the Monday Let's Play. Hopefully you can tune in Sunday for the live stream. Again, this will be... this one's happening definitely this weekend. Next week, keep an eye, join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, and I will try and post what's happening with the schedule. But things are going to be a little different next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend with PAX East. It's going to be a jam-packed schedule. End of the fiscal year at my day job, PAX on the weekend, exciting other things that I'm working on that you'll find out about very, very soon. But if you did enjoy the video, likes, comments, shares all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.